Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design a necklace using bargain bead box subscription for the month of February 2024. This beautiful pendant we received in bargain bead box. So as the strands plus these spacer beads and bead caps also we received. So I'm just going to take this off and I'm going to utilize the entire both the strands, and this one is a smaller one. And so I thought first I will use bead stringing wire, but then I thought I will not, because I have the exact color Chinese knotting cord, 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord, and I'm gonna cut about, say, I don't want this necklace to be way too long because these beads are not really a lot of beads, so this is how much it can get. So I'm just going to measure about, say, like 2 feet. I mean, this will be like only 1 feet if I am knotting, so I'm just going to take 4 feet. I know it might be a little bit too much, but I don't want it to be less. So I take 2 feet of cord. Okay, take these two, fold it into half, like 2 feet, like 4 feet of cord in total. So take fold that into half, and then I don't know why these cord is like this, but that's what it is. So not able to take these two cords and put it through the loop in the pendant. Okay, one is gone. Let's do the other one as well. Hopefully I can add 2 more. If not, it's not quite big. So they can try and fix. Yeah, let's just deal with this first. Then we take these 2 cords, and hopefully I did it in the right. Nope, I didn't. So this is the front side and this is the back side. I did it opposite fashion. Take it out, you tie and do it this way. It won't go. So whenever you have difficulty in threading this cord into it, what you can do is just take a small thinner thread, okay, and loop it around, and then take these thinner cord and then go through it. This way you got it inside. So now take the 2 cords and put it through it. Okay, again I did a mistake. Okay, I did loop it through properly, and this is what it is. Just make sure that you don't get that twisted and it is nice and separate. Okay, now the lock side knot is done. Now I'm gonna do some snake knots. So separate this. I have already gone through it, but don't worry about it. It is not very complex. Take the right cord, flip it and keep it on top of the left cord. Wrap the left cord around your index finger and bring it in the front and go through the front to the back, and take this cord right here, and now you cinch that back and cinch this back. You will have what is called a snake knot. Okay, that's what it is. So that's a snake knot. That's pretty, and I want it to be here. I did one knot, one snake knot. You can do couple. I'm planning to do one more at least. Okay, just make sure the cord. So what I really like about this knot is this knot we don't have to use several cords. With just 2 cords we can make a knot. That is a very good one to have, right? Don't you think? Okay, that's the knot. Once you have the knot, that's nice for me. And then take this cord, and I want to melt these cords together. Use a lighter. I want this long so that I can easily thread the beads in here. See that? Take your pliers, hold on to the end. There your bead goes through. Bring your bead towards the knot, just like so. Make sure your cord is not twisted inside. Okay, that's that. Actually, what you can do is you can separate this cord this way, and that way also you can do it. I kind of like it. So what if I have these two here, and then just on top I will add a spacer bead. Okay, then you can separate these cords and then add the beads, is what I feel. I really need double strand here, but I may be willing to think about a different way of doing that. Okay, so or what we can do is we can have this on the side and probably add a jump ring in here, or a hook or something, and then have that also we can do. What I'm trying to do here is, let me just add this one if I can. If not, I will skip this because I tried. It is going through. That's nice. That's kind of really pretty, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do another bead cap. Then a bead. These are 10mm faceted beads, so they're nice and big. That's very pretty. So what I can do is I can tie an overhand knot after this one section, or we can tie knots like this, but I'm fine with an overhand knot because we have two cords right here, and then the knot will be sizable. As you guys can see, that's nice and big enough. Then what I'm gonna do here is again add a bead, continue the pattern, so make sure you push the cord and take the tip, and then you can hold it and push it. So that's nice. I like it. So I'll continue doing this, and I'll come back and show you guys how I come up with adding the other two strands. So I finished stringing this necklace completely. Just saved 2 beads for the earrings, and as I did, I followed the pattern, knotted, and here I am. So the 4 feet of cord that I took was a little more. I mean, it's okay to have this much. Then I will have sliding knot, and then I will have some 3-inch space. I mean, we need to make it longer or shorter, we need to leave that adjustable space, so it's a little bit more. Let me see how much exactly is left, about say 10 inches, which we need a little bit. So I am comfortable using 4 feet of cord. Again, I took another 4 feet of cord. So we will try to add this to the pendant itself. If not, you guys can actually add a jump ring or an SO kind of a thing, or you make a beaded connector out here. Let me see if that is a possibility, but I don't want to add an extra color in this whole thing. So we can try adding this again through these. Let's try, but I mean, this is softer, right? This time this won't work. Let's try cutting some wire. So there's a bead stringing wire about say 2 inches. I fold it into half. So this gives you that stability, and you make this as a needle and then put it through that. So this time so if you go from this side to the back, that's what is proper. So you take these 2 wires and okay, try. If it doesn't go through, don't push it. I'm not gonna push it because I don't want to, means ruin the pendant right here. So I'm gonna make a connector. I have here Benecraft brand 20 gauge wire, 0.8 millimeter thickness. So I'm gonna take about say 5 inches or so. Okay, so now I have my bail making pliers. So I'm just going to make a small loop, just like that, and then add it to the pendant. Okay, now take it and wrap the short tail just 2 wraps and then snip it off. Use your flush end and then tuck that tail in. Okay, now you have this. Take this flower shaped bead and add it here inside that. So this is how it's gonna be. Okay, so now I want a bigger loop. So this loop is perpendicular. Make sure it's nice and proper. And this loop is going to be parallel. So take it and bend the wire. And I want a bigger loop. So what I'm going to do is not like a very big loop, because we will use the third smaller size. From the smaller side, the third large one. Okay, and that's itself is big, so I don't want it. I want only the second largest one. Okay, that's about say right. Now what I do is I take it and see if it will look good. So if I have these and then double strand going on, will it look good, is what my thought process is. I think it will. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hold it right there and then wrap that down. Okay, nice and tight wraps. And once I have this, I don't want to waste the wire as well. So just come back around my flower and then wrap it in the bottom. Okay, just like so. I like it, so I'm doing it. If you don't want it, you don't have to do it. Snip off the excess tail. Make sure that there is no tail end that's showing. It's nice and tucked in. Once that's done, we have this now to work with. So now it's going to be easy for us to add our 4 feet cord. Take the 2 cords, okay, and fold it into half. Put it through the loop. This is from the front, and then take the 2 cords inside, and then now you have the connector already done. Okay, and also after this I want to separate the cords and add the beads. Okay, so before that I would like to add a spacer bead or so. I have some peanut beads. I know that you guys, but this color is very contrast to this, so I'll find something which is amicable to this. Probably these. Okay, so I will separate the cord and again take my handy dandy lighter, stiffen the end, and then add a spacer. On one cord, again. Oops. Second cord as well. So hold these ends, drop it down and see if you like it. Okay, I kind of like it. So now again I will start putting these beads onto this cord. So you can actually use this flower spaces here and there if you want to, and also these beads, also the spacer beads if you have some, or you can use seed beads instead of this. You can use 8 of seed beads. It will really go very well with this bead, so you can use that as well. So let's design a pattern. I'll come back and show you guys what I have decided. Hi friends, welcome back. So what I have did here is after we attached this cord with laxed knot, I added 2 of the snake knots that we did here, so that I thought it'll be matching. So I have 2 knots here, snake knots, and then I continued stringing the beads in the pattern. First I did the beads and then only I did the knots, because I felt this it needed some knots right there. So what I did was I threaded the beads in a sequence that I want, or in the pattern that I want. You can follow any pattern you want. So I have here 5 of the roundel beads and then 1 spacer bead, and then I followed the pattern all around. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 sections I got on both the cases. But the thing is, I wanted to add some knots to lengthen this cord, because this side, it's as you guys can see, it's a bit longer than the other side. So I wanted to add knots. Even if after I added knots, I didn't add much, but even after I added the knots, this I did not yet. It is just the beads are strung here. This strand I already knotted. I knotted, where before and after the spacer bead, the roundel, and then I added here knots. You can add more knots, that will give you a little bit more length, but since I didn't, now I cannot go back, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same here. This cord also, I tied a knot at the end so that the beads don't fall off while I'm knotting. Now I'm going to knot here, and then what I'm going to do is after I knot, I'm going to do a series of snake knots until we reach the length of this cord. So I'm going to do that. So first of all, what I did was I didn't add any knots here. Just before the spacer bead and the roundel here, I added a knot. So I'll show you guys. It's just an overhand knot. Just wrap it around your fingers, take the end with all the beads and pull it through, and then just bring it closer while you hold it and then pull that. The one thing that I made sure I didn't do here is I didn't put a tight knot. I wanted it to be a little bit loose and flexible. So I'm okay with it. If you are not like how I did the knot here, that's how you can do a tight knot. But see here, I take all the beads through. This is a hand knotting technique, but you can also use your tweezers or the knotter tool, the bead along knotting tool, that also you can use. So I just pull through all the cord, all the slack, and then just tighten it up. Make sure the knot is over here. Then transfer my index finger, the left to the right. Hold or pinch the knot between your thumb and your index finger, and then pull the cord through. There you will get your knot. There will be a little bit of space, which I really wanted, so that's why I'm not worried about that. If not, we can actually tighten it up just like the other side. Again, wrap it around your 2 fingers, crisscross over here, and then take the cord and the beads through the loop that you created. See how I am shifting it and then holding it and then pinching it and pulling it. So I will show you guys a couple more times. So wrap it around your fingers like this. The cross needs to come on the top, and then take your finger, put through the loop and pull the cord through. See this? So you bring it like this close to the bead, and then transfer it to your other finger and then pull this cord through. Okay, I'm gonna do all the knots on camera, so that this is a very easy technique. You don't need any tools. But if you are not okay with this, then just do the same. This is a regular knot. Take your tweezers or tweezer nose pliers, either you can use. I'll take a tweezer and show you guys how I do that. Take a tweezer, put it through this loop, and then hold where you want the knot to be. Okay, exactly. See, my tweezer went through the knot and then where it want the knot to be, and then I'm pulling the cord tight and then slowly wiggle and pull it out. See, the knot is not still tight, so you hold it here and just push it towards the bead so that the knot is in this part. That's another way of knotting that you can do with tweezers. Again, the same thing. Take all the beads out, you have your knot. Take your tweezers, put the tweezers inside the knot, and then hold the cord where you want the knot to be and pull the thread tight. Wiggle, 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 and then the knot is still loose, but push the knot towards the bead where you want it to be. So that's another technique. You can follow these technique, or you can use something called the knotter tool, which is this one right here, bead along knotting tool. Let me show you guys how to do with that. So there is multiple ways that you can do. My favorite way is to hand knot, but I will show you guys how to do that. So do the same thing again, and then you are going to put your, there is in this knotter tool there is a V-shaped thingy, and there is like a needle bent, right? You put the needle through the loop that you have created, and you pull that cord up. You bring the knot closer to your bead and keep the end thread in the V-shaped form. See this? This is what I have here. So now what you do is you just hold it tight and just deliver the knot where it has to be. That's it. So you just do this motion, then the knot will be right there, and then leave it. That's all. So I'll show you guys one more time the knotter tool as well. Then go ahead, take it. This is a regular knot. Okay, put the bead all in the knotter tool inside that loop that you created, or the knot you created, and then make sure that you pull this towards the bead and take the end cord in the V space, and then just closely come and deliver the knot there. See that? That's how you get the knot there. So you can use either one of these methods to knot it. Knotting is an amazing technique to actually have it in your agenda. It's a very, very pretty one, and it is really, really, I mean, I really like to use cord and thread and than the beading wire. Beading wire is of course very secure, but it gets very expensive to use the quality beading wire, the crimp tubes, the crimping pliers and everything, wherein it is not very, like, if you knot it with a silk thread or so, it's very soft, it is very subtle, and the flow of the necklace will be very nice, especially if you're doing a dainty necklace and you're not doing a statement part. Then that's the way to go. Because if you're doing a heavy chunky necklace, you don't want that to, means it's okay, it will naturally flow because of the heaviness and everything. But if you're dealing with dainty ones, and then you want it to flow really nicely, then this is the way to go. Cord is the way to go. And also you don't have to use any clasp, but you can just use adjustable sliding knot, and there will be, you can actually do a necklace metal free. If somebody has an allergy or something and they cannot use metals, this is the way to go. You can actually make a necklace for them handmade necklace without any metals whatsoever, and then just the gemstone beads and the cord. And Chinese knotting cord, you can put it in water as well, it will dry off. It will not absorb the water, so that's a good thing. So in this pattern I did one more spacer bead. I think the other side I did it, I guess. Yep. So after this, one more bead, and then one more roundel. Okay, and I make a knot and stop it at that point. So basically I'm finishing the pattern off. So okay, this is what my necklace looks so far. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, as you guys can see, it is what it is in that. Okay, so I'm with these two cords I'm going to do some snake knots. I'll explain it to you guys. There is two cords, the right cord and the left cord, right? So take the right cord, make a loop and keep it behind the left cord, just like that. Then take the left cord, wrap it around your index finger, bring it in the front, okay, and put it through the loop from the front to the back. That there it is, you can see two lines right there. Now pull this cord, you will get a knot, and if you take it out and then pull the other cord also, the knot will get nice and tightened. I don't want it to be very tight because I don't want it to have friction in this part. So see here, this is how it is, and I really like the way it is sitting. So I am going to do a series of these knots and I'll show you guys exactly. It's a very easy knot to make. It might, I'm telling you, it was intimidating for me at first, but then once I start making it was like a really nice therapeutic knot to make with just two cords. You don't need extra, and then it is just amazing. I really like this knot a lot once I learned it, but initially it might feel frustrating if you don't get this proper, but this is the method that I feel it's very comfortable. I used to do a continuous looping method, which is just turning this around and round and then doing it, but I feel that this is the method that delivers the knot properly for me. So you might actually want to try different techniques if you are not comfortable with this technique, but for me this only proved to me very successful. It's not that I cannot do the other methods as well. The other methods is also fine for me, but it's not as easy as this method for me. So you might find this one difficult but the other method to be easy. So just I will put a shot or something explaining this knot in both ways. Actually 3 ways I have actually learned to do this knot, so I will put all 3 ways in the short so that it is easier for you guys to go through again and again, so that you don't have to watch the entire video for that. So now I want to make this knot no longer than this cord right there. So I'm just going to continue. This 4 feet of cord proved to be very useful for me, so that if I want to make more knots, I can make more knots without fearing that the cord is going to end, right? So obviously I won't be able to make a lot, but at least to the extent that I want the necklace to be long enough, I can do that. See that? So you need to properly pull that, and then the knot comes beautifully. And I really like this cord as well. It's a very pretty color and exactly matches my I just did something wrong. So this is how I get confused sometimes. So here we go. Put this in. Pull that one. I like to pull that one before I pull the other one, so that it's clear for me which one goes in which direction. Sometimes that I get confused about. So we need anyways 4 inches at least thread to actually finish the sliding knot and the closure. I mean, we need space to actually make the necklace big so that you can put it on top of your head, right? This is just a short necklace. It's a little bit more than a choker, but it is not a long necklace that you can, go through your, I mean, it's not long enough for the circumference of the head. So we need space to actually extend the necklace, to put it around your head and then tighten it up. There we go. I think this much knot should be good enough. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. Now the fun part begins. Now we need to add a sliding knot. For me, I would say you can do it this way, crisscross all the 4 cords and then do an adjustable sliding knot here, or you can do it this way. Whichever way is easy, whichever way you like it, you can do it. I'm gonna do this way. Here my cord is a little bit fuzzy over here. I don't know why that is, but that's what it is. So see here, I have enough. Actually I have 7 inch cord, which is nice. I don't want it to be less. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut all 4 cords at the same distance. So I have only this much left on the bigger one, so maybe a 4 inch, which is negligible actually. So it's better to take 4 feet of cord for both sides, is what I would say. Now I have set it up in my knotty doll. I'm gonna do this way. I'm not gonna intercross this. I'm gonna take all 4 strands like this. I took a 9-inch piece of, again, the same cord, and then I'm gonna put it underneath all the things. So this is a sliding knot. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, this is a sliding knot. You guys must be aware of this. If you are not, please do watch the tutorial of adjustable knot on my channel. I will leave down the description box below, then you can get an idea of the basic macrame knots. Now take the cord about in the middle. So take the leftmost cord, keep it on top of the center cord, take the right cord on top of the left cord, go underneath through the loop that you have created, and then hold these 2 cords with your fingers, put your fingers on top and then pull this. This will ensure that the cords are almost same size on both sides. As you guys can see, that's our Q. Then our P, P's and Q's. See how it is formed like a P. So I keep this card, go on top of this card, and then underneath and through this loop from the bottom to the top and pull it through. That's one square knot. Consists of one P and Q. You can start with a P or a Q. That's what I mean by Q. So again, 3 square knots is more than enough for a bracelet or so, but for a necklace I would say 5 square knots, because you have additional weight and it's hanging down rather than a bracelet which will be hugging your wrist, right? So this I would say at least 5 knots, so that's why I have taken 9 inch of cord. I will do the knots until I'm done with the cord. There we go. Put it through this and tighten it. And then a Q, go on top, underneath and pull through. Then a P, put this on top, underneath and pull through. That's more than enough by the looks of it, but I will finish making it until I run out of the cord completely. One more should be good enough. Let's see. So now snip this excess off, leaving a short tail. Take your lighter and melt this ends to the side. Don't do it on top because we need the cords underneath to be sliding on both sides. Once you have that, then there is 4 cords right here, right? So what you're going to do here is, again, you can add beads to pull it tight. I'm gonna try and add these ones. I don't want any, I mean, you can do, I don't know if 2 cords will go through the small roundel bead or not, so I would stick with the metallic beads, but whichever goes through both the cords, then use that. Melt both the ends and take this bead and put it through and hope that it will go through. Yes, it does. That's nice. And then make an overhand knot with both the cords together. Okay, that's that. Now, what did I do? Okay, I just combined 2 wrong cords. It's very forgiving, the Chinese knotting cord, and you won't see there was a knot ever there. So here we go. We need to figure out which one is which. So when you pull those 2, then you will know for sure these 2 are together. Again, do the same. Put the bead through. It has a big enough hole to accommodate 2 cords. That much is there. Then make an overhand knot. I like to push my knot towards the end so that I have enough space to slide those 2 cords. There we go. Snip that off. Okay, then let's do an overhand knot here and push the knot all the way to the end as possible. Now snip the excess cord off on both the sides and then just melt it so that it's nice and balled up. There we go. It's done. The necklace is absolutely done. I really like the way this turned out to be. I hope you guys like it too. And I like the way these two come together and we have knots in the end as well. So it's nice and very pretty. I really like it. And it's an asymmetrical design, right? So one side we have two strands, other sides we have the other strand, and then this we have an end, a sliding knot that you can pull. There we go. So this is how it is, and I really like the way this turned out to be. I hope you guys like this tutorial too. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week, and do join my Facebook group if you get inspired by my design and make something. I would love to see your pictures. Do share it in the Facebook group. I will leave down the description box below the link for the Facebook group that you can join. It's a public group. There's nothing, you can easily join it. And also, if you like to support my channel, I really appreciate it. Do give a super thanks on YouTube. There is like a heart symbol in the bottom, and then you can click it, and then you can donate money to my channel so that I can grow. I can make more videos for you guys. I can bring more bead hauls and stuff like that. And I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm just doing it on my own. And also there is an Etsy shop. I will leave down the description box below the link. You can buy some charms from the shop. That will also help me grow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.